Hi, welcome to the 9th webinar in 12D's Industry Solutions webinar series. My name is Lisa Stewart and I'm the Marketing and Communications Coordinator at 12D Solutions. While we wait for everyone to finish joining, I'll be launching a polling question. You'll have about 30 seconds to answer about whether you've already registered for this year's conference, and then I'll share the results. There you go, 50-50. That's pretty exciting. It looks like there's some already registered, but I do hope we'll see the rest of your registration forms after this presentation today. Our Industry Solutions webinars are designed to provide insights into overcoming challenges in an evolving industry in more effective and efficient ways. We'll keep running these webinars regularly and recording them for posting on our YouTube channel and website. Our first 8 webinars from this Industry Solutions series, as well as the first 4 webinars from our training series, are already available online if you missed those. During this live presentation, you'll be able to type your questions along the way, as shown on the screen. And we'll answer as many as possible throughout the webinar. At the end, I'll also try to read out some of your questions to the presenter if there's time. Today's webinar, 12D International Conference 2016, a preview, will be presented by Dr. Lee Gregory, who is the Managing Director and co-founder of 12D Solutions. Lee will be sharing some as yet unrevealed exciting tidbits about our upcoming conference this July. Over to you, Lee.
Thank you, Lisa. It's going to be hard to live up to Lisa's expectations, but hopefully I'll just show you what sort of things we'll be doing at the conference for those who have never been before, and those who have been. Hopefully you saw yourself in the photo there from the last conference. So at this conference we'll be introducing 12D Model 12 and also 12D Synergy 3. So that'll be the major new things we'll be presenting. The dates for the conference are July the 24th, 25th and 26th. That's a Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. And again, it's being held in Brisbane. So you can go onto our website and register. The innovation prizes are now finished, but we will be presenting those at the conference. The theme this time is mining your data with 12D. And what has been happening over the years is more and more people are getting data and attributed data and data-rich data, and also passing on all this data in its full 3D form through BIM systems or just things like 12D XML, so that people can use it straight away and get a lot more information out of it. And then things like 12D Synergy, where people are able to then put all their data, all their Word documents, everything else in there as well. So people now can get access to this data rather than just having some dumb plots. So it's becoming more and more important, this whole idea of having proper data, extra information, attributes and metadata to go with it, and being able to share it between lots and lots of different people. So there'll be a lot of that at our conference. The actual outline is there's 3 days and 2 nights. We're interacting with various industry leaders, 12D programmers and support staff. So you'll be able to talk to them as much as you like over the time. You'll hear how 12D Model and 12D Synergy are being used by these people in industry. So actual war stories, not just sales. There's very little sales at this conference. It's mainly users talking or as training type sessions. You'll hear what's coming, and part of it in 12D Model 12 and 12D Synergy 3, although we will also be showing from the case studies and things, they'll be using 12D Model 11, and we will be going through some of the earlier things as well for everybody. We have a guest speaker, Dr. Alan Duffy, which I'll mention a little bit later on, and we have a welcome event and our conference dinner. So it's a fairly full schedule. It's fully catered. Everybody who comes to our conference goes away a few kilos heavier. It's beautiful food, so don't worry about what you have to do for meals and things. There's plenty there to eat. We have it's broken up where we have combined talks and case studies where everybody is in together. This time already we've got people talking from NorthConnex, Queensland Transport and Main Roads, Bundaberg Regional Council, Brisbane City Council, just to name a few of them. There's a Canadian dam break talk on a project that was done in Canada. People talking about drafting with 12D, things on BIM, dynamic water supply, which is a new module which we'll be releasing at the conference. ADAC, which is being used now quite widely through Australia and New Zealand, and ePlan, which is right up the east coast of Australia, and an older version in New Zealand. And also seeing 12D Synergy in action by various groups. So they're just some of the sorts of talks that we've got going. And what we do is we hold those talks in one room, so we're all in together. And the idea is that even though you might be a design person, you may hear a bit about other things as well. So you can all get there and hear about other sides rather than just in your own specialty area. And so we're all in together in the Boulevard Forum. Because with a conference, we're virtually on this one floor of the convention centre, so you don't have to wander very far. It's easy just to walk from one place to the other. And what we have also, we have what we call birds of a feather streams. And this is where we break up into separate areas so they're concurrent, and this is where you go into your specialty areas. We actually have one on design, which goes road, rail, land development, those sorts of things. Another one on survey, where we just do general surveying, and also 12D field, both set out and pick up. And then in the waters area, you've got the water supply, stormwater and wastewater. And the final room, the fourth room, is 12D Synergy. So in these sessions, and half the conference is taken up by these sessions, a lot will be training, showing and going through new things in version 12. There will be introductory talks as well for those who've never or only relative new users to the products, 12D Model and 12D Synergy, as well as just very specialty things. So that's why we broke up in those four groups, because they then go into a lot of detail. So really, you'll get 3 days of training when you come along to the conference, because that's what goes on in these sessions. And we have, again, on that same level, it's broken into the 4 areas, the design, the 3 waters, the survey room, and the synergy. So you don't have to go very far to visit the different spaces. There is an exhibition space, and this is there when we're in our breaks and things. And we've got a variety of people already coming along. BricsCAD, C.R. Kenny from Leica, Global POS with Sokia things, Matt Monk, Proprietary Limited, who's doing contracting work with people, Scitech and UPG with their Trimble, Transoft with their product for turning. And there's also ones that 12D have booths there, so you can go and ask questions. They'll be shown anything you like in areas like design, the water, survey, and 12D Synergy. There's other exhibitors coming along as well, so this list is growing. And so in the breaks, or if you're not at some of the talks, you're able to go along in the birds of a feather streams and also visit these stands. The exhibition space is in the auditorium foyer, so again, it's between the various places we're talking, so it's very easy to get from one to the other. So this is just one end of the exhibition area, so it goes around the side and people just mingle, go and talk and so on. We have our catering there at the same time, so you're able to talk to all the exhibitors and booths during the catering periods as well. We have a welcome event, which is on the Sunday evening, which is in that area, so you can see in the photo there, it's evening. So again, that's light snacks, though we tend to have things that fill people up, party pies and good solid food, because at that function people do drink some alcohol. So we also have some other food there for you, so you don't get such an alcoholic effect happening. We also have on the Monday a guest speaker. That's on the Sunday night, the welcome event. The guest speaker this time is Dr. Alan Duffy, who's a research fellow at Swinburne University. And he's going to come and talk about recent scientific events, so tell you all the sorts of things you want to know about new things they've discovered, gravity waves, the Higgs boson, creating universes on supercomputers, and lots of other things like that. He's an expert in that area, and you often hear him on the television and radio speaking about all these sorts of things. So that'll be on the Monday afternoon. And then on the Monday evening, we have the Dinner and Innovation Awards. So there you just have to wander down to the other end, where we'll be holding these 2 events. The conference dinner, it's always a great gala affair, so everyone's there seated where we have a full 3-4 course meal, and some of the participants there from last time that you can see. And during the evening we usually have a guest entertainer, which I must admit I don't actually know who it is. I get surprised each time myself. And we also hold the Innovation Awards. So they're usually hosted by EXDS and 12D Solutions and 12D Synergy, and we'll be announcing the people who have won those awards. And so we had the award winners from 2014, and the gold award from 2014 was Andrew Sinclair from Elliott Sinclair. There was $15,000 of prizes, and part of the prize for Andrew is he's one of the judges for this year's awards, and will obviously be coming along to the conference as well. After the conference, what happens then? Well, for all those who attend the conference, they'll have access to the technical preview version of 12D Model 12. And what that means is that the things you've seen at the conference, you'll be able to get a notes file and download it from the internet. And so you can actually go through, have a look and trial the different things, getting ready for when it comes out in the end of 1st of September to load into your office. And during that period, of course, during August, we will be getting feedback from people. There might be things we've missed or other things that we might be able to put in before it's finally released. So that's a very special thing for all those who actually attend the conference. They'll have access to this technical preview version. So they can straight away look at everything they learned. Now, the conference details. It is, as I mentioned, it's on Sunday the 24th, Monday the 25th, and Tuesday the 26th. So if you're trying to talk your people into work to letting you go, you're taking one of the days on the weekend. So that's always handy. You're only taking 2 days off work. So we start in the morning. It's usually, we kick off about 9:30 on the Sunday morning, 9:30, 10 o'clock. And we go until Tuesday afternoon about 4:30. So that 4:30, so then people can head off to their flights and things. And usually at the end of it, the last conference we had that all the people with the different rooms went in and people could go and ask extra questions until you exhausted them. So if you were flying out later that night, you could then spend more time with the programmers. It's at the Brisbane Convention Centre, an exhibition centre in Brisbane, so it's very handy for people to get to. The full package is only $825 Australian, including GST, and that package actually includes the welcome event and the conference dinner, as well as, I say, catering for the 3 days. So it's very, very cheap by conferences standards, so it's usually no problem for your managers and that to pay to come along. And there are day and guest packages available, so that if you only want to come one day, or you're able to do so.
Thanks, Lee. I'm just going to take one question today because we're just sitting nicely in the time frame I allocated for this webinar. John from Brisbane just wants to check, can I bring a partner to the dinner and the welcome event?
Yes, you can. There is a fee to bring them along, but they're more than welcome. And on your registration form, you can nominate, and the prices are on the website, to bring a guest along. So yes, both the welcome event, which is on the Sunday evening, and then the dinner on the the Monday evening, certainly you can bring extra people along there. So you just have to pay the extra fee.
Sure, and that's all on the website there, I think. So that's all we've got time for in the live Q&A today. Sorry to those whose questions we couldn't get to live, but we'll answer you individually afterwards. The recording of this webinar will be available in coming days through our website and our YouTube channel. Our next 2 Industry Solutions webinars will be 12DA Library Storage Basins on the 22nd of June and Document Transmittals on the 6th of July. We'll also be continuing our training webinar series next week, so do see our website for details of those. We'll keep updating the website with more topics in coming weeks and also keep you posted through email and social media as we have been. If you need to contact us in the meantime, our details are on the screen now. That concludes our presentation for today. Thank you for attending, and we hope to see you at future webinars.